Welcome. Welcome to my video. And this is live if you happen to be coming live. And if you're not live, still say hello in the comments and let me know you are here. Yes, the title of this is Who is Your Chicken Littles? This is something that I did a little bit on my TikTok and Facebook because it's something that has come up for discussion. Who are your chicken littles? And let me just remind you what a chicken little is. A chicken little is an alarmist or a person who panics easily. Chicken Little travel agents say, no, wait a minute. Chicken Little is one who wants, no, hello. I'm trying to tell you what a Chicken Little is. Chicken Little is one who warns or predicts calamity, especially without justification. And I want to know, who are those chicken littles in your life? I mean, I don't really want to know who they are. I want you to start paying attention to who are the chicken littles in your life. Like the people that are saying, oh, this is terrible. All this bad stuff's going to happen now. Or, oh, this is horrible. People have control over you. Oh, you have no choices. Oh, the world is coming to an end. Oh, the world and the universe is going to blow up because these bad people have all this power. And the Matrix! Oh my God, the Matrix! Like, these people who want to just be the chicken littles that just want to run around and talk about all the terrible things that you should be fearing because if you're not, you're in denial or you're burying your hand in the sand. But you know what? There are chicken littles that send you emails or post things on social media that are fear-based, that, all these bad things are going to happen and you have no choices, that all of these things are terrible, and, just be victimized or feel victim or hopeless or powerless. And that's what they do. And then the next part of this is how many of you then in turn take the chicken little warnings of the calamities and go run and become the next chicken little to spread the word, to spread the fear-based fears for people to be scared of, for people to fight against, for people to know that everything is bad and everything is dangerous, and all these people that have so much more power over you than you have over yourself. Don't be a chicken little, and be aware of the chicken littles in your life. Recently, somebody, and it doesn't just happen, it happens here and there, where somebody will send me something and say, look at this. And it's like some organization that has so much power that they could blow up the universe, or they could take our power away, or they could do all these terrible things to us. And, the people who know me know, don't send me that crap, because I don't want to see it. If I'm supposed to know something, it will come to my awareness. But if you're just coming to spread your chicken little to me about all your fear-based crap that you're looking at, don't bring it to me. I don't want to see it. I don't want to know it. It's not in my existence. And if it's supposed to be, it will be. And if it is, it's not for me to come from a fear-based place. But sometimes people send it to me, even though they know I don't want to see it. and they're doing their Chicken Littles. And, I just come to the point where I say, I'm not involved in that. Or, I was talking to Homer, which a lot of you know, before, and he was saying that his neighbor will always tell him, the world's coming to an end. And I said, well, tell him, well, then I better go enjoy my life now then. You know what? If something happens where someone blows up our world and I die, at least I died living my best life. I didn't die running around in fear, freaking out about something that I'm not going to be able to do anything about. Like, okay, let me just put this in perspective for you. This universe has everything. It has happy stuff, good stuff. It has terrible stuff, bad stuff, and everything in between. It holds everything. The universe is a container that holds everything. There are things that people experience in their life that other people may have no idea exists. There may be things that other people experience that are terrible that you might know about, but still haven't had any experience in it. You might see people that are close to you experience things that you could very well have an experience in, but you haven't had the experience in yet. So there's always going to be things that other people are going to experience that you will never either know, you will never experience, and it will never be part of something that you're going through. There will be things that you experience that many other people won't experience or know about. We all have our experiences depending on where we put our mindset. The things we pay attention to will dictate our vibration, and the level of our vibration will dictate the level of experiences that we involve ourselves in. So if you're in like these fear-based theories of all this bad stuff that people are doing, then you're just going to continue to experience seeing those kind of things come your way. But if you're not even like putting your mind to those things, you're putting your mind to, you know what, I just want to live my best life. I want to raise my vibration. I want to be centered, and I want to be healthy, and I want to be happy. Then you're going to tap into those experiences. So whatever you're tapping into is what you're going to get more of. It all exists, but it doesn't mean that you have to be a part of all of it. In fact, you will never be a part of everything in this universe that exists, because some of it you won't know, and some of it you just won't be in the same vibration of it. Maybe you will be so rich that you never experience being poor. Maybe you experience being poor and you won't experience being rich. I mean, it depends on where your mindsets are, where your mentality is, where your emotions are, what you put your focus on. So if you're focusing on things being bad or not working, you're going to get more experiences of things being bad and not working. And if you put your mind to things that are working, on seeing the good, being optimistic, always striving to feel good, you might have good and bad days, but you're going to still be operating mostly on the level that you dominantly focus on. So you won't experience those lower things because you're not putting your energy to that. So it all exists. It all exists, but there is no way that you are going to experience everything that exists in the universe. That said, what you experience is what you choose to experience. Whether you're choosing it because of a mindset, because of your emotions, because of the people you hang around with, whatever reasons you're experiencing something, you had something to do with that vibrationally. But you could never experience everything in the universe, which means you get to choose what you're going to experience. So people that are into doom and gloom, Those chicken littles that always focus on the fear base. Oh my God, it's the Matrix. Oh my gosh, these people they're so evil and they're gonna take our rights away. They're so bad. They're gonna blow up our universe. Like if you're in that, then you're gonna experience that. And you know very well you could experience your rights being taken away and your universe exploding and exploding into nothing. But if I wasn't in those dimensions, I probably wouldn't experience that. Just because your universe, your world explodes and ends doesn't mean mine does. Because I may not be in those belief patterns and those dimensions that you're in. I can't experience what I'm not in. Just like you can't be in the dark and the light. You're either in the dark or you're in the light. You can't be fear-based and love-based. You might have a mixture of it, but you're going to be dominant in one. Or you'll go back and forth between them, which will give you, it'll give you experiences of things in both, depending on how much. Maybe you're not as love-based because the fear is so dominant that you're going to have dominantly fear-based issues. So just because you believe that the world is going to explode or that somebody's going to do something bad to you, you believe that really hard and it happens to you, that doesn't mean it would happen to me because I'm not in that belief system. I'm in this dominant belief system of my own, and I will have those experiences where you won't have these experiences because you're not in those experiences. So what happens to you doesn't necessarily happen to everyone. Yeah, the world could explode, but it doesn't mean it would explode for everyone. It doesn't. So you have to understand vibration, you have to understand dimension, and you have to understand what you put your attention to is what you will experience ultimately. And if you are noticing the chicken littles in your life, who are the people who, I'll read it again, a chicken little is one who warns of or predicts calamity, especially without justification. And these are people that just want to spread fear-based stuff. Oh, is justification because someone made a video? Oh, it's justified because I saw it on a video. Oh, it's justified because somebody wrote an article. Oh, it's justified because a movie star said it's true. Oh, it's justified because the Pope said it's true. Guess what? You don't have to believe anything that anybody says is true. Maybe if they're saying it, it's true for them, but it doesn't mean it has to be true for you. You get to choose what is true for you. So, no justification of a fear-based, scary, negative outcome or situation is going to get my attention. I just won't go there. It's like I said to this person that asked me about something that was very fear-based. I'm not involved in that. That's all I have to say. I'm not involved in that. There's no reason to have to justify why you're not involved in anything. No reason why you have to tell anybody. And I'm not involved in that. That's not what I'm focusing on. And you know what? It will all exist. You can't say like, well, that doesn't exist. It exists for someone. Somebody made it up. You know how these things become? Somebody thinks it up. They start being chicken littles and start spreading it around. And then other chicken littles grab onto it and continue to spread it around. And the more chicken littles you get involved, the more energy they're putting into whatever the thing was. And it creates. And it can absolutely happen. Because if enough people concentrate on it, they're giving it all the energy to make it happen. Absolutely. It exists. The minute somebody thought it, it became. There are a lot of sick people out there that like negative theories, that like negative possibilities, that like to think there's a lot of evil, that focus on evil. There's a lot of people that like that. And they will create it and start spreading it. And then people are chicken littles and they'll spread it and spread it and spread it. You know, how are you contributing to the vibration of this planet? Because if you are contributing to spreading fear-based, scary, negative things, then you're contributing to the negativity of the existence of many people. I was just saying in my live on my Facebook today, I was saying there's, I was talking about how a lot of people in the last maybe 3 weeks or a month now are talking, like, I'm hearing a lot of people saying, like, oh, I feel so nervous, like, I don't know, like, I'm having weird dreams and I'm feeling like anxious and, I'm just feeling nervous. And yeah, that's been going on in the energy, in the collective energy. I've been feeling it too. And, but what I heard was that it started with the supermoon. And that was weeks ago now. So that should have wore off by now. But what happens is an energy is instigated and then people pick up on it. And then it just is passed like a domino effect and it just starts collecting momentum. And when people, and that feeling was very like a feeling of anxiousness, anxiety. When people feel that way, they'll start tapping into the vibrations and dimensions of what's wrong. I'm anxious. There's something wrong. And then they'll hear something wrong. And then they'll go, oh, this is wrong. Yeah. And then they'll just get into it because they're already in that vibration of feeling uncomfortable, like something's wrong. And then like the Roe versus Wade thing. The Roe versus Wade thing. A lot of people were getting very upset and expressing it. And social media, people like to just complain and scream and yell and not do anything about it, but sit behind their computer and spread memes and talk about how terrible it is. But, all they need to do is like call their congressperson and say, do something about this. Like, this is what I want. Do something about it. But instead of them doing something about it, all they do is like put out all this negative stuff and fear-based stuff into the world. And a lot of it's disgusting, to be honest, because I'll just sidestep here. Some of the little, graphics I've been seeing is they would show like, oh, we're being set back 50 years. And it would be like women in burqas. Or the other one I was seeing was like that bonnet. I don't even know what, I guess they're fundamentalist, like these like, I guess they're religious based things. But that is really offensive and very ignorant because number one, women with burqas are choosing to wear that for their religious belief. It's about modesty and they want that. They want to do that for their religion. It's not that a man is forcing them to wear a burqa and they have no rights. Those women are very strong. They many times will have no problem telling their husbands what they think. They are not, they're not being silenced because they're wearing a burqa. They're doing that for their religious beliefs. Also, women who wear hijabs, Islamic women, like people say, oh, they're being, forced to do this, and it's no, that is their choice for their religion. And there are Islamic women that choose not to wear the hijab. So, they have a choice to wear it or not wear it. It's for, to be modest. They're not supposed to be showing off their beauty and everything. It's a modesty thing, not in a negative way. But what really gets me is if you see pictures of Mother Mary, she's wearing that same kind of veil. She's not calling it a hijab, but it's the same thing. Mother Mary wore the same thing. But nobody's saying, oh, she's being, dictated to. She's being, like she has to do that and she has no choice. Why is it different that Mother Mary wears one or an Islamic woman wears one? Anyway, getting to the point where they would show women in burqas like being silenced, like going back 50 years. That's very offensive, and it's so ignorant. And then the other one with the white bonnets, which I don't know what those are called, but these are women that, you know, in their belief that they're choosing to be in that cultural belief of whatever it is, maybe, you know, being I don't know if they're, I don't know the right word for it, but kind of like being subservient and being like, they have a way of living. It's kind of like, they're not Amish, but it's like an Amish. They have a way of living. These people are choosing to do this. So when people are saying, oh, you're setting us back and we're like these women, that is so freaking ignorant and rude. Like, that just shows me right there, when people are posting it, like, I won't even listen to that person because they don't even have their mind, their concepts, they don't even know what they're talking about. They're just putting this stuff out there, and it's really very, very rude and ignorant. So anyway, going back to, you know, these people just spewing out this negativity instead of just saying, you know, I understand if people are upset about Roe versus Wade. I get it. Go do something about it. If it's upsetting you that much, go call your congressperson, call the president. Like, there is a way to overturn things, and you're not going to overturn it by posting stuff on Facebook or whatever. Okay? Like, if you care, do something about it. Otherwise, stop spewing negativity out to people that probably feel the same way or don't feel the same way. It doesn't matter. You're just preaching to the choir, and you're not changing anything. You're not changing anything. And I was saying in my Facebook Live today, if you could see the energy attached to what you're putting out into the world, and you were like being super negative and saying, oh, I'm a victim, these people have control over me, I have no control over myself, I am hopeless, or I am powerless, because that's what they're saying. I'm powerless, I'm a victim, I have no control over my body. You know what? Yes, you do. You have control over your body. You do. But if you're going to say you're powerless, you're a victim, and you have no control, then that's what you're going to experience. You're going to experience being powerless. You're going to experience not having control over your body. You're going to experience being a victim. Don't tell me I don't have power over my body. I got power over my body. I don't care what any law says. I'm my own person. I will do what I want to do. Okay? I'm not going to let anybody take my power. But anyway, when you start spewing out this negativity, imagine what that energy would look like. So I gave an analogy. So say, like, you can see what diarrhea looks like. So if you had a bad case of diarrhea and it just was flying out of your butt, and it'd be like splattering everywhere, like, whoa, like, holy crap, like, that is intense. You wouldn't be running around, like, if you were angry and it would make you have diarrhea, you wouldn't be running around letting that diarrhea fly out of your ass everywhere, showing everybody how angry you are, okay? Just so that is a visual. I know that sounds weird and gross, but it is a visual, okay? So when you're being negative and you're just using words, typing words, saying words, having a negative attitude, you are spewing energy. If you could see what that energy looked like, you might think twice about what you're putting out there. Because if you're being very negative, very loathing, being very negatively, accusing people, just thinking really bad things, imagine what that energy would look like, and if people could see it. So if you had diarrhea, you probably wouldn't want people to see it, right? So if something's coming out of your mouth that's nasty, you probably wouldn't want people to see it. Because if it was really nasty coming out of your mouth and people could actually see a visual of it, they'd be like, whoa, what is that gross shit coming out of your mouth? Like, people would be repelled by you. And that's what's happening with your energy. Now, people may not be able to see it unless they can see energy. So you think that you can just spew it out there and it's not a problem. I have a problem with it because you're just putting basically darkness into our environment. You're spewing more darkness because you think somebody else has done something wrong. So you think it, you know, when they say two wrongs don't make a right, if somebody's doing something wrong that feels wrong, you spewing out negativity is also wrong, is not going to make it right. It's just putting more negativity out there. So if you could see, like if your words that were really negative and gross looked like diarrhea, you may not be saying those words because you wouldn't want people to see what your energy looks like. If they knew it looked like diarrhea, you wouldn't want people to see that. Because I'm sure when you have diarrhea, you don't show people, and you probably don't tell people unless they're close to you. But know that everything that you think and say is an energy that you're releasing into the environment for other people to have to walk through, feel, and it lowers the vibration of the planet. So now everybody's being lowered by you contributing to the negativity. And so if you're helping to lower the vibration of the planet, then you are also responsible for people having all new lows in their thoughts, in their emotions, in their difficulties. You're making other people have even more difficulties than they already have because you're putting a weight on the vibration and bringing it down lower instead of being somebody that lifts the vibration and in essence is lifting other people. As you lift the vibration, it gives a chance for everybody to lift and get some relief or have some solutions or have something good happen to them. But if you're putting out negativity, you're pushing down the vibration, so it's going to be harder for people to get the things that they want, including yourself. So what you do not only affects yourself, but affects everyone. So who are the Chicken Littles in your life? And are you a Chicken Little? And I would invite you, when you have a Chicken Little come your way with their negativity or their fear-based theory, that you just say, I'm not involved in that. And they might go, what do you mean not involved in it? You're in this world. You can't not be involved in it. Oh, yes, I can, because I'm choosing to vibrate in a dimension that's different. Well, then don't be surprised if your world blows up. Well, if it does, at least I died living my best life and not sitting around in fear, because the fear base is only going to help it to happen. If I'm living my best life, I'm further away from it than you are. And I would ask them not to bring those Chicken Littles to you. And in turn, I would say, I hope you're not a Chicken Little. And I hope you don't take the bait of the Chicken Little and become a Chicken Little. I hope this has been helpful. You guys have a great weekend. Also, I should just say this. I started a new YouTube channel for women 55 to 60 plus. If you are in that range or interested in something like that, join me. I am going to put it in the chat so you can find the link. And if you watch this and you think it's good and you agree, give me a thumbs up. Share this. Share it with your Chicken Littles. Share it with your family and friends so they can get some positive enlightenment. And subscribe to my channel and comment below on what you think. Or if you don't like it, give me a thumbs down. Let me know. And I will see you guys soon. And also, I'm going to put the link to my new channel in the comments below. And I hope I see you there. New videos on that channel every Saturday. Peace.